Dear students, today we shall explain some lines from Elegy written in Country Churchyard by Thomas Gray from Unit 1st. As I have told you that Gray, who is the composer of this poem, is a singer of poor persons. As he is a champion of the poor persons, so in this poem he deals with the death of the poor forefathers who embraced death at the very early age of his life. And in these present lines, as he is standing in the churchyard, he watches the surrounding scenes and feels that this evening time at sunset is very suitable and appropriate for meditation. So he meditates over the loss of poor persons. And in this present line we read, "Beneath those rugged elms that yew trees shade, where heaves the turf in many a mouldering heap, each in his narrow cell forever laid, the rude forefathers of the hamlet sleep." In the present line, he focuses that every person should show sympathy to the poor persons. As he is a singer of the poor persons, he is a champion of the poor persons. So he also requests to the allied villagers to show sympathy, and also focuses and makes comparison between the graves of the poor persons and the rich. As beneath those rugged elms, our first line shows that there is a lot of difference between the graves of the poor and the rich. As we see that on the graves of the poor persons, different type of trees, as yew tree, rugged elms, it is a kind of tree having long branches. In the same way, yew means evergreen tree, and yew tree and rugged elms, yani elms and yew tree are overgrown on the graves of the poor persons. In other words, poor persons' graves are covered with the yew tree and the elm tree. And this is the difference between the graves of the poor and the rich persons, that they are covered with yew and elm trees. If they had been rich persons, they different type of monuments would have erected by other persons. But in the case of poor person's grave, it is not so. And the second line, "where knows the turf in many a mouldering heap." And turf, it means grass. Grass is also overgrown on the graves of the poor person. And sometimes when the wind blows, it also moves. Likewise, the soil, the heap of the soil, the heap of the earth is also crumbling down gradually. The poet wants to make it clear that if these graves, this is the difference of the poor graves of the poor persons and rich persons. Each in his narrow cell forever laid. And he again focuses that the graves of the poor persons are not spacious just like rich. And all the poor persons who embraced death or who died at the very early age of his life on account of several conditions, as they were very poor and they could not show their talents on account of poverty, so they are lying in their poor graves, in their humble graves forever and ever. The fourth line, the rude forefathers of the hamlet sleep, and they are taking eternal sleep in their graves. They will not awake after 5 or 6 hours. They are taking sleep forever and ever. You know, sleep is also of two kinds. And we know that this is not the short sleep that our poor forefathers are taking. This is the long sleep, and after long sleep they will not awake after 4 or 5 hours. They are lying in their humble graves forever and ever. So he makes request to the villagers who are alive not to despise, not to mock at the lot of the poor villagers. Thanks.